You'll never guess this little cutie's superpowers. You feed it a pearl, and it will immediately pull out a pot of pearls for you. The reason for such a superpower, just because its owner is the Princess of Mull. She washes her face with pearls first thing she wakes up every morning. Washed skin is crystal clear and radiant. This makes the princess with the supermodel figure very confident. They live on a beautiful and rich planet called Mull. People here have fished for pearls for generations. In addition to beauty, pearls have a more important function. It is because of the energy of pearls, let this planet multiply. However, on this day, a sudden disaster broke the tranquility of the planet. At first people thought it was just a shooting star, but as a spaceship pierces the sky, only then did them all realize that the end was coming, and it made the cutie shiver. The king quickly took the crowd to hide in the crashed spaceship. However, when I closed the hatch, I found that the princess had been left outside. She wept and begged her father to open the hatch, but due to the damage to the hatch, there was nothing my father could do. Now the desperate princess made a decision. The moment the sea of fire came, she actually released her soul. With the destruction of the planet, the soul traveled through the vast universe and entered the body of a handsome man, and the Mull inside the spaceship became the only survivors of the race. They are adrift in the vast universe. Over time, they read the information from the ship's database. That's when they learned about the vastness of the universe and the terrifying dark forest hypothesis. And the main culprits who destroy their homes are humans. But they didn't rush for revenge. They worked hard to learn from the ship, until the galactic scavengers found them and brought them as cargo to the city of 1,000 stars. This unusually large space station is composed of tens of thousands of species. It's a place where they share knowledge and technology with each other. This allowed the Mull people lurking here to continue observing and learning until they built their own spacecraft. Although they are one step closer to rebuilding their home, they are still missing a crucial item. That's the little cutie with infinite replication ability. At this time, it was in the hands of a thief, and some Mull were ready to exchange pearls. But the thief was not fooled.
That's where I have a slight problem, my friend. If you're going to knock out copies of this baby for me, why shouldn't I do it for myself?
More people ready to overlord hard on the bow, but they forget that this is the land of thieves. Just as the two sides were preparing to fight, Dane's gun was pointed at the thief's head. The purpose of his visit is also the little cutie. As partner Kara presses a switch, a teleportation device appears in front of the thief. Faced with the high tech of air robbery, he had to obediently hand over the little cutie. Dane also took a pearl, which made the thief furious at once. At this moment, the loyal alien dog bit Dane's arm. When Dane saw this, he ran away, and the team members, who were guarding outside, also came to meet him, because the device was bitten by an alien dog. This caused one of Dane's hands to get stuck on the other end. Fortunately, Kara has excellent electrical technology. Dane managed to get his arm back the moment the alien dog rushed over, but the thieves didn't want to give them a chance to breathe. He dispatched the eldest brother of an alien dog. The squad's powerful Gatling machine guns couldn't do any damage to him. It climbed into the car and flew Gatling with one claw. When the car was about to be destroyed, Dane had to call for ship support. After finally abandoning a group of teammates, Dane and the two managed to escape to the spaceship, but I didn't expect the alien dog to climb on the spaceship and catch up. As the spacecraft entered the speed of light, it performed a free fall, an altitude of 10,000 meters on the spot. Dane and the other two successfully returned to the city of 1,000 stars. Woman feeds 3 million worth of earrings to this cutie.
Please take you shopping with me.
The owner of the little cutie is the Princess of Mull. But because of a Star Wars, their planet was completely destroyed. The little cutie became the only pet left in the universe. This ability naturally makes it the object of everyone's competition. The Cosmic Alliance opened a meeting for this. Suddenly, a group of Mull men with guns burst in. With his powerful firepower, he killed everyone in the conference room in minutes. Dane couldn't escape, and had to put a respirator in his mouth. The next second, mucus covered his entire body, and the Mull men searched and took a human, and he was the commander who ordered the destruction of Mull in the first place. After everyone left, the device in Dane's mouth automatically turned on. The mechanical spider that crawled out of it successfully escaped him. Then he found Kara and rescued him. They decided to work together to rescue the commander. Returning to the control room, Kara quickly locked down the Mull's position. Dane, who went to pursue, found that a wall stood in front of him, and he pressed the button in his hand. Transform into Iron Man in the next second. After using parkour, he finally found the target. By this time, the Mull had escaped in a spaceship resembling a Mercedes-Benz. Dane summoned the ship and chased after it. He saw that 2 missiles were fired at the right time, but he didn't expect the other party to play clone. Not to be outdone, Dane got a little spaceship and moved on. With Kara's cooperation, he successfully locked down the commander's ship. The two ships disappeared into a mysterious area as a towed missile was fired. Kara lost their signal immediately, anxious to see the life and death of her sweetheart unknown. Kara decides to go to the rescue of Dane, but that mysterious situation left her with no way to start, and at a loss, she saw 3 platypuses. They're like encyclopedias in the city of 1,000 stars. They told Kara there was only one way to find Dane, but the process is disgusting, so a sticky jellyfish was put on Kara's head. She has to find a clue within a minute. With the unique abilities of jellyfish, let Kara find Dane's location in the last second. She just rushed over. After a steep cliff, she finally found the unconscious Dane. When Dane woke up, a beautiful butterfly caught her attention. As a result, she was caught before she could appreciate it. It turns out that the butterfly is the bait placed by the frog monster. It wasn't until Dane caught up that Kara had been taken to their lair. They are clearly no match for them on their own, so he came to Paradise Town to seek the help of the Enchantress. On the other hand, the platypus provided the general with an important intelligence. The next second, the general finds a secret room. Here is a tortured inhumane Moor. The general yelled at his men and apologized from the bottom of his heart, but the Moor grabbed his arm. What kind of person eats so much? It turned out that the king of the frog country had no appetite for any delicacies. In order to lose weight, the king wasn't interested until Kara, wearing a 3-meter chef's hat, appeared. She walked gracefully to the king with a huge lemon, but what the king did next almost scared her to death. The king sprinkled lemon juice on her head, then he pulls out a special tool. Turns out he wanted to eat Kara's tofu jelly. Kara tried to run but was caught. When her brain was about to be opened, suddenly, a frog unleashed a slashing knife and killed off a group of soldiers in an instant. Then he jumped and sent the king to see God on the spot. Turns out the frog was posed by Dane. He came to Paradise for help to rescue Kara. After enjoying a beautiful drag show, he's attracted to hot women, and a woman is a charmer. She can transform into anyone. Then the two turned into frog monsters and infiltrated the castle, which just happened. The king's death attracted a large number of soldiers, but without the slightest fear. The 3 of them rushed towards each other like crazy. As a result, the next second, Dane 3 people jumped directly into the sewer. Although he narrowly escaped the disaster, the charm was seriously injured. Dane could only watch her turn to dust. Then Dane seems to have been guided by the Princess of Moor, which soon leads him to the lair of the Moor people. It turns out that the Moor have always lived in seclusion here. The reason why they didn't hurt Dane, it was because he felt the prince's soul in his body. Apparently Dane's extraordinary temperament was chosen by Princess Moor. Then the king told the truth about Moor's destruction. It turned out that a Star Wars was launched over Moor. Humans knew that Moor had an intelligent civilization, but they still used the powerful Nirvana missile. This led to the destruction of the 6 million population, and the person behind all this is the human commander they caught. To confirm the truth, the commander was awakened by them all. Unexpectedly, the commander is still very arrogant in the face of hard evidence. This made Dane completely angry and punched the commander in the face. As an apology, he returned the pearl in Kara's cutie to the Moor people. As a pearl was swallowed by the little cutie, it really poured out a pot of pearls. The energy emitted by the pearls is injected into their ship, and then something magical happened. The beauty of this moment has kept the Moor people waiting for 30 years, but before they could rejoice, they were surrounded by human soldiers, and then the king made a startling decision to lead his people out of the barrier and express their kindness to humanity. And on the other side, Dane contacts the general and tells him everything, but the general couldn't identify Dane, and someone on the side came up with a solution. The next second, Kara woke up the commander with a slap in the face. Although they were identified, the commander took the opportunity to take over the robot. The next second, the robot launched an indiscriminate attack. They were not only targeting them all, but also humans. Then they started the countdown to the bomb. At this critical juncture, an officer used his learned expertise to terminate the program. With a loud bang, the Moor spaceship pushed out of the city of 1,000 stars and disappeared into the vast universe after jumping. The commander also received his due punishment. Dane and Kara also finally live a happy life in space. The movie ends here, but I have one question. If you had a cutie, what would you feed it with?